Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. And sorry for what happened this morning. The internet connection was very bad in the ministry. That's why I had to postpone the session to 6 o'clock. And I'm sorry for those guys who are not with us in the group, the Telegram group of the center. They missed the lecture. Hopefully, in the future, I'm going to plan to have the online sessions from home. That's why, in this way, we are going to avoid such technological problems. Sorry again, and welcome again. Tonight, we're going to talk about CV writing. Uh, is anybody wants this section to be in Arabic? Just let me know. Or is English fine with everybody? Okay, I'll take this as a yes, English is fine. But make sure that your camera is off. Do you know that your camera is on? Guys, check your camera. Yes, thank you. Okay, so yes, we're going to talk about CV writing. You have to know that there is a difference between CV and resume. Resume is a shortened form of your CV. Okay, going to have two separate documents. One of them, you're going to keep it from the time you create your CV until the present moment when I speak now. And you're going to build on this document. This will be your resource because whenever you need to send a CV, a resume to any institute, any party, anyone, you're going to take out some information from this document and then create a shortened version just to fulfill the needs that or the purpose of your application. Which means that your CV, the one that I'm going to talk about now, is a whole document that contains everything: your voluntary work, your work history, your education history. Sometimes, for example, when you apply for a job in technology, they don't need you to send them a CV that contains your voluntary work in hospitals or in humanities or in a social network. They don't care. They'd like to see your skills in using computers, in using programs, or maybe the activities that prove that you can think in a mathematical way. This is just an example. If you apply in a humanitarian sector, in a social sector, for example, you would like to apply in a school, in this way, you need to prove that you have skills in management, class management, working with kids, caring for kids, the psychological treatment of people, your computer skills also, use of technology. So you're going to dig in this document that you created. It will be your resource. You are going to dig searching for these information because they need to see what have you done in these aspects. That's why this will be just a resource. You keep it and then you take out whatever information you need. Your resume is different. It's not like this document. It doesn't include any or everything about you. No, it's something. It's a summary about your work, your skills, and your degrees. Okay, so whenever you would like to, or whenever anybody asks about your resume, you are going to send them this brief, short introduction about yourself. For example, if I send an email to somebody who asked about my resume, I'm not going to attach the full CV, my full CV. No, he's not going to be interested in reading 14 pages. He's interested to know who I am. Okay, so I'm going to write an email and then a short paragraph about 5 to 6 lines. I'm going to introduce myself, What do I have as a degree? My last degree, I'll say I'm a PhD holder and so and so. I got my degree from this university, and then I'll say I work in this institute from this date until now. And maybe if they are interested in my publications, I'll talk about them, something like that. Okay. All right, back to the CV. We said that this is a huge document. It includes everything about you. Okay. What is the format of this document? Look here. The first page will be the introduction about you. Who are you? So I'm going to pick out, I took some parts of my CV. So see here, the document is empty in terms of decorations. Sometimes I see my friends, my colleagues, my students, they have borders, they have decorations in the page or on in their CV. This is not acceptable. So I'm talking about the professional way that your CV will be accepted. You don't need decorations, you don't need borders. It will be just an academic way of writing. Even the font, the size of the font, it resembles the academic writing. So we said no borders, nothing. Even your picture, it's not acceptable to include it. However, we said that this is for you. Sometimes, for example, when I applied to one of the private universities in Iraq, when I came back to Iraq, they asked me to include my picture in the CV. This is different because they required that. However, the professional way, it doesn't require you to include any picture, because the international way of looking at the CV, it says that you should not include your picture because they don't want anything that affects their judgment. Sometimes there are people who are not handsome, not attractive, but they are very skillful. That's why they don't want anything to change their mind. They'll look at your skills and they say, okay, this person is suitable for this position, no matter what, if he's good looking or not. Okay, that's why your picture is not important in the CV. The first lines that introduce you, your name, followed by your physical address, your email, your cell phone. They should be centered in the page. Your name, of course, will be bigger than the other writing. So the font size is 12 points times New Romans in English. In Arabic, you can choose simplified. It is called simplified Arabic, I think. However, I don't personally, I don't prefer this, because simplified Arabic, it doesn't include the short vowels, al-harakat. It doesn't show them. That's why I prefer traditional Arabic, and I checked and I use it personally in my Arabic version of my CV. It's if you choose the size 20, it is good. It resembles 12 points times New Romans. Okay, so we said that the first part of the first page, it will include your name, the physical address, your email, and your phone number. The name could be font 14 or 16 if you like. I prefer 14, it will be good. Bold, and then your address, it resembles the rest of the document. It should be 12 points. The lines distance, it's double space. You use double space because this is the official academic document. The format of this document, it should be times New Romans, 12 points, size 12, and double space, lines, double space, okay? We don't use, one space or 1.5. It's 2. All right. Now, the way that we present our CV, it should guide the eyes of the reader. By guiding the eye of the reader, I mean to facilitate the process that the reader sees our document. Let me enlarge this so you can see it well. I think now it's good. Yeah, so look here. The first section, it will be my education. So look at the title here, the title education, and I have it all in capital letters, bold. When I had this, it means that for my whole document, I'm going to have titles or headlines. These headings, they should be all capitalized and all bold, all in, capital letters and bold. So it means that I'm going to have headlines, and then I might have subsections as well. Under education, I don't have anything else, so it's only education. And then I list everything under education. For me personally, I chose to enlist even my high school, because just like what I mentioned this morning, I have a high school education. So I have to enlist everything. And then I have to add it in history. I should include everything. Later on, when I need to make a version for a specific party or institute, I can take whatever I like, and then I'll keep the rest for myself. Okay. So here's the way I'm going to enlist everything. The hierarchy should be as follows. I've seen many CVs starting from the oldest to the newest. This is not the acceptable way of writing the CV. The CV should, every section should start from the newest, and then we go down to the oldest, okay? Because I'm interested about what are you doing now, not what you did many years ago. I'm not going to scroll down, okay? This is not helpful for the reader. Whenever you write your CV, start from the present. What are you doing now? So the latest degree that I got is my PhD. I write it as follows. So the name of the degree, my specialty, then which university I've got it from. After that, I should not forget, even if everything happened in your life was in Iraq, you should mention that. You never know. There are many opportunities in the world, and maybe they'll ask you, maybe you are asked to provide your CV for a university outside Iraq, okay? So you should clarify. Not everybody outside Iraq knows that we have a university called, for example, University of Qadisiyah. Okay, who knows? Sorry. So the name of my degree, my specialty, name of university, and then the country. If you include the city, it will be better, if you like. So country, and then year of graduation. You can put it between brackets. You can put it, whatever format you like, okay? The important thing is consistency. You should be consistent from the beginning until the end, which means that I should not write the first one, the year between brackets, and then the next one, I write the year in the beginning, the last one, I write the year without any brackets. No, I should be consistent. Everything should be similar, okay, in one way. So I enlisted my PhD, my master's degree, my high school. If I have other degrees, for example, some people, they have diploma, they should include it. Sometimes, for example, I got 2 certificates, big certificates, I mean. One of them is a minor in teaching. One of them is the Fulbright program. So I included them because they are important. So everything you've got, you should enlist it. The way is that the best way to do that is how to organize these things, how to differentiate. Is this a degree? So I should put it in under education. Is this a course? I should create a section for course, okay? But this one is very important. Education is important. Because later on, we'll see that some of these sections, however, we created a document to be as a resource, but these sections should move out with us, okay? Because they are fixed. For example, my degrees, they're not going to be changed. So I have to take them out, copy, paste in any document I create to send out. The next section, I have my work history. So now I'm talking about this section, work history, okay? So see here, my work history, same thing, heading, it's bold, it's all in capital letters, just like the previous section. There's one thing here I want you to take note of. Look here, I use bullets in this section, and I didn't use anything in this section. This is what I mean by guiding the eyes of the reader. You should make things different from section to section, because this will help the reader. I mean, every reader will get bored, especially if it is academic writing, okay? If it is something like this. So we have to make it at least active, not interesting, but active, okay? So here I know that this section is different from this section. يعني أسويها بين قسم وقسم. واحد أخلي نقاط، أنا ما أفضل نقاط، هي راح تكون bullets، okay؟ واللاخ بدون أي شيء. To differentiate them, okay? So my work history, again, the same note applies. The hierarchy should be from the present moment until the oldest. I should not work it vice versa, okay? So I start from my current work, and then I go down until the first time that I got a work opportunity or a job. And then look here, I enlisted here just the Ministry of Higher Education, but I should include my position. What do I do in the ministry, okay? For example, if I work in the University of Baghdad, I should specify, for example, a lecturer in the English department, University of Baghdad, Baghdad, Iraq, and then I state between brackets, because I chose brackets, so I kept it in my whole document. So I'll say from the year of 2000 to let's say 2018 until the present. So the word the present, it means that I'm still in this job. If I'm talking about a position before this one, the one that I talked, the example about University of Baghdad, I should state, when did I start? Let's say 2010, okay? And then until when? Until 2017. So I stated the period when I worked in the University of Baghdad, and then this position is my last one. Okay. After that, professional affiliation. الجمعيات اللي منتمية إلها أسميها professional affiliation. Any committee، مو قصدي لجان الامتحانية وهذا، this is something else, okay? الاتحاد مثلا نقابة المحامين، شو يسموها، نقابة الصحفيين، نقابة الأطباء، okay? احنا عندنا مثلا جمعية المترجمين، okay? So I enlist everything. ونفس الحالة the hierarchy will be the same from the current one until the oldest one. I start with the current one, okay? So here I have the comparative and sorry, there's somebody who would like to join. Okay, so here in my example, I have comparative and international education society. If I have an acronym, I should state it, okay? So this is the acronym of the institute of this union. And then when did I join? 2018. When did I leave? 2020. If I'm still part of this association, I should write present. This one, Textbooks Authors Association, acronym TAA. I joined 2017 and I'm still part of this community. So I write the present until the present, okay? After that, I have committees. هذه تعني اللجان اللي أنا منضمة إلها. هذه الاتحادات، النقابات، okay? Professional affiliation. هنا committees. يعني for this section, I said that this document is acts as a resource. So even if there is something not academic, it means that the CV is not solely academic. No, it includes everything about your history, everything. If you are a doctor and you like acting, you can include your acting activities, your voluntary work in theaters, your writings in short stories, for example, because this is for you. It's a document for you. But if you would like to send something, send a CV version to a college you apply to, you are going to take out whatever they need. Do not include everything. No, take out just the things that you think they are important to them and create another document. Your CV, this one, the resource, it could be 20 pages. But the thing that you are going to send, it depends. If you send it to the Ministry of Health, you might create a document of 2 pages. If you send it to the College of Medicine, you might need a document of 4 pages. So it depends. I know it's a lot of work, but this is the way if you would like to be professional. This is your resource, and then you are going to create versions of it. Committees, here, this section, again, see, it's all in capital letters because this is a heading, and then it's bold. And under committees, you are going to list all the committees that you are part of. أي لجنة أنت عضو بها هنا تقدر تخليها. For example, I created 2 subsections, as I remember, under committees. I have a section for ministerial committees and a section for managerial committees. Because under ministerial committees, I joined some committees that work with the scholarships, with developing the curriculum, something like that. Under managerial committees, it was part of my work as a lecturer in colleges. For example, examination committee or any committee that, they create in colleges. You can enlist it under this section. After that, you move to the next section, medals. I created this currently in 2020. I didn't have this section before because when I came back to Iraq, I participated in a conference and it seems that they gave us medals. What do you call it in Arabic? It's Wissam al-Ibda', okay? There's something like that. So I translated it as medals, okay? And then you enlist everything. So I've got a Medal of Creativity for Fine Art Access, University of Babylon. That was in March 2020. Sorry, this one, I haven't created brackets. I'm still working on my CV. So this is just an example. If you choose to write it this way, then go ahead. The important thing we said that is consistency. And a Medal of Creativity, also same conference, but this one for the Axis of Scientific Research. Again, University of Baghdad, when? It was in March 2020. Sometimes you need to add the month, okay? Sometimes it's important. If you don't know, if you have only the year, it's fine. But if the more details you add, the more beneficial for you, okay? Because you never know. Sometimes you need even the month, okay? Or the exact date. Then another section I have, professional training. For training, I have many details here, so I created subsections. And note here, the subsection is different. The way I write it, it's different because we say that our goal is to guide the eyes of the reader. Here, I don't have bullets. Here, I have bullets, okay? Here, the headline it's all in capital letters, bold. And again, the subtitle is different. It's also bold, but it's sentence-like, okay? It means that only the first letter is capitalized. So what do I have in professional training? I have 2 sections, as I remember. One of them is presented. It means that I was the trainer, okay? And then attended, because I was a trainee. When I was a trainer, I had the 3 here, just the 3 trainings. If I'm not a trainer, if I didn't have the chance to be a trainer, then I'll have only the professional training, and then I enlist everything. The reader will understand that I attended these trainings. But here, because I wanted to clarify that sometimes I act as a trainer, I gave the training, and sometimes I was a trainee, I received the training. That's why I created 2 sections. So presented, and then again from the recent one to the oldest one. So I'll enlist the title of the training, and then where did I get it? Where did I present it? Okay, so the place where the session was held in, and then the city, the country. Here I have the details, so I included the days, month, and the year. Okay. Next section, publications. So here I just gave you some of the sections. Of course, I have many details, but it depends. So every person will have a different CV based on his work, based on his experience. You are the boss. You are going to create this document, and step by step, you are going to be creative. Okay, you will create the sections you need. Here we have publications for academia. Here we have a lot of work to do, because as academic people, we have books to publish, we have articles, sometimes we publish essays, sometimes we publish book reviews. So here it's the first one that will come, it's articles. And see here, I have publications as a headline, okay? And then I have articles, and then I have published. Why do I have 3 titles or 3 headlines? Because here I have many details I should clarify to the reader. Under articles, I wrote published because, if you know, my norm in publishing articles, in doing research, is the following. I should have every year, I should have a study that I'm working on it now. It's ongoing. I have a paper which is submitted for publication, and I have a paper which is accepted for publication in order to cope with the movement of publication. So I have 3 sections, see? I have ongoing, I have published, and I have under publication. So I have 3 subsections, okay? That's why I have publications as a big headline, and then articles, first type of my publications. And then I have the types of publications concerning articles. First one, published, because these are done, they are ready, okay? Then I should write under publication, those papers, they are submitted for publication, they are not published yet. And then I have ongoing. It means that I'm working on them. In this way, if I include everything, it will make my life easier, and it will make it easy for me to update my CV. Because whenever submitted for publication article is published, I can just move it to this section, to the published, and then add the details of the article of the journal. That's it. The ongoing, when I finish it and submit it for publication, I can move it to the section above and say that it's submitted for publication. I can create another section. For example, I have published, submitted for publication, or under publication. I can have ready for publication also. If I have a study, I finished it, but I haven't submitted it for publication yet, I can have it in this section also. And then I can have ongoing. It means that I have the title in mind, I have the plan, I'm working on it. It's still ongoing, or in progress. I can call it in progress. Okay. Same, these sections could apply for books also. I can have the same divisions of sections for books. So I'll say books, published, under publication, ongoing, in progress. Okay. Book reviews, same. Essays, same. Okay. In that way, I'll have a history of everything. Then I have, okay, this is the same. Sorry. Yeah, the last one, it's your voluntary work. We said that we'll include everything. So if you have voluntary work done in, again, social institutes, hospitals, schools, whatever, you can include that because you never know again. You might need this information. If you've done something unrelated to your academic work, for example, again, let's pick on doctors. A doctor who likes to act and he participated in a play. He could add that other activities. He can have a section for acting. So, title of the play, the theater, theater address. Where did he play that or act in this play? The year, country, etc. For example, he participated in festival. Okay, he was part of the committee of organizing an art festival in Jordan. So he should include that in his CV, for example, because he never knows. Maybe he'll need this information later on. In that way, you will create a document of more than 15 pages, at least 15 pages of another aspect. When I came to Iraq, I added a section for thank you letters, kutub al-shukr. This is also important because we said that we are creating a history for our professional life. This is important also. You will need it. So you will create a section. And for me personally, I kept this section in Arabic. I don't need to submit the thank you letters to any other party. It's just for my record, and I need it in Iraq. I didn't translate anything, okay? I just kept it in that document in Arabic. In this section, I said, who gave me this thank you letter? Is it the general director? Is it the minister? Is it the deputy minister? And then the date, the number of the letter, number of the document, and the exact date. I think I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Victor.
Okay.
Continue.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, I said that we have to keep track of everything. So, the thank you letters section, I needed this last year. I needed it this year. And you will need it in one way or another. Okay. So, this is all about CV writing. Do you have any question or comment? Think about it, and then I'm going to give you the link of the attendance sheets. Okay, guys, this is the link for the attendance sheet. If you have any question, you can ask now. If you don't have any question, just make sure that you register your name, write your name in the attendance sheet, place of work, and your name in English. It doesn't mind. It doesn't matter, because this time for this online session you're going to get a letter that confirms your attendance. يعني راح تاخذون تأييد مشاركة بهذه المحاضرة. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll stay online just in case you have questions.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your effort and for your time.
Thank you, Shahad. I hope that this
Inshallah, we
was
will meet
useful.
you on Wednesday, inshallah.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Thank you. I register my name. Can I leave, Doctor?
Yeah, you can leave. Yes, you can leave.
Yes. Goodbye.
Goodbye.